Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we are making a Dollar Tree Deco Mesh heart wreath. So for this wreath I'm starting with a heart wreath form from the Dollar Tree. Then I'm going to start with 4 of the white Deco Mesh and 2 of these, I don't know, I call them snowflake the ones that have the little white pieces throughout. But I am going to put these on the side for now. And we're going to do the basic curly Q over here. And I usually do 6 to 7 inches. So my 6 inches is right here. And I just cut it. And then when I have 3, we're going to put it together. All right, so I cut a little bit of the Deco Mesh. And I just kind of, that's how I keep it before I start curling it. And I am going to use chenille wires, and these are just white ones from Hobby Lobby, but you can also get them at the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna fold those in half. They cut fairly easy. And here we go. I'll grab 3. And I'll do my first curl. And I've done this differently. I've done it where I would curl it and put it in a paper clip. I've done it where I would curl it and put it in some sort of, you know, clothespin or something. But I have been using my fingers for the longest time. I just, you know, I find it's the easiest and fastest. Okay, I got my 3 curls, and I just crisscross them. Grab a chenille wire, pull it through, and when I tighten in the back, I really tighten it. I put my finger right here and kind of twist it over my finger. That way it brings all of this together, and I know it's nice and tight. Okay, let's do another one. So I'm going to continue and make a lot of these. Basically, I'm going to make 4 packs of these, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, cutting them and then making bundles of 3. And just like I did, I'm going to crisscross them and then just tie them off with half of the chenille wire. Today I'm collaborating with my sweet and very talented friend Maria from Maria Kuna DIY, and if you are interested in everything from Dollar Tree DIYs to woodworking, health and beauty, thrift flips, you will absolutely love her. Please check out her channel in the description box below, and I will also add it to the end of this video. Okay, so I have all of my little bundles made up. And now I have the heart wreath. And I'm going to be putting my bundles on this middle ring and the outer ring. And I'm not sure how many I'm going to need. I'm just going to start putting them on. And I will tell you at the end how many I ended up using, because I make a lot of these wreaths, but I've never made it on a heart form, so it's a little different because all my sections are not the same. They're all different, so I think in this instance it's just better to give you a kind of like a grand total. Okay, the last one I am going to put on the corner, which is on actually the first one, because I kind of wanted to go in a little bit. So instead of putting it on the second and third, I am putting this last one on the first. And just so you guys know, I used up actually 6 rolls. Now if you don't think it's full, that's fine, because we are using the edge or the last row. As you can see, all my curls are going in, but when you hang this wreath, all of this is gonna go out and it's going to get filled. Do you see what I mean? It's going to get nice and full once you hang it up. And look at this. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put this on the side. Now we're grabbing this decorative mesh, and once again I'm just going to cut into 6-inch strips. And by the way, you guys, the rotary cutter for this mesh specifically is amazing. It works so well. Mine's just old and it starts popping up while I'm using it, but I've had it for years and years and years. But if you have any suggestion for me to buy a new rotary, just let me know, because I would love to get a new one. Alright, so I'll be doing this for the rest of the mesh. And then what I'm going to do is grab more of my chenille stems, and I'm going to cut them in half. Alright, so I have my little chenille wire, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to collect and kind of like make a little bow. Pull it up and twist. Before I bring it together, I wanted to show you that there's really no right or wrong way to do this. There is no edging on the edge right here, and there's no edging, you know, obviously where you cut. So it doesn't matter how you bring the bow together, which way. Just bring it together, scrunch it in the middle, and just do a little twist, do the little pom-pom, and that is going to go in between our curly mesh on the wreath. Alright, you guys, I have all of these little bows made up. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to put these in between the 2 rows that we made. So I'm just going to go from the bottom. I'm just going to just wiggle my way in, grab the little bow, and you can attach it to whichever. See, and you can maneuver here wherever you want it to go. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, because these curls are kind of all over the place. And I just want this to be towards the middle. And then just attach it to whichever you want. I'm going to attach this one to the outer edge over here, to the 3rd row from the inside. And that's it. It really doesn't matter where you attach it. Because of all these little snow things, it'll catch on, it'll stay in place for sure. And so far I have that, and I'm just going to go all the way around. For the center of the wreath, I decided to use one of these hearts, and it came on this kind of like a string of hearts that the Dollar Tree has. And it was a long one. I think it had like 4 or 5 hearts on it. And I'm going to use this one because it has the little polka dots. It's going to match the little kind of like polka dots on this mesh. So as usual, I'm going to use 2 chenille stems, and I'm going to make like a little, I don't know what you want to call it, tower. But I like this flat end to be on there. So I'll just do this. Put this on here. I just feel that it's more secure when it has, you know, more space to attach to, if you know what I mean. Okay. See right there? When this dries, it's going to go nowhere because it's holding on by, you know, about 1 inch of hot glue. And let me just put this against that while it's drying. And I'm going to grab this one. And I just put my 2 fingers here. And I have, I guess that's the length I use. Some hot glue. I put this on. And more hot glue on top. That's it. Alright, my little heart is nice and dry. I'm just going to squeeze it in here. And it's just going to go like that. You can use obviously whatever you have, whatever you want. I just had this heart on hand and I thought it would be really cute. And I'm just going to attach it to the first loop. I always do this part really lightly so that way, you know, in case it's not in the center or I have it too tight or it needs to be loosened up. So I just kind of do this really loosely, then check what it looks like, if it's standing up nicely, and it looks nice and tight and actually really perfect. So there you go, and we are done with this Valentine's wreath. I hope you enjoyed this Wreath Wednesday and my Dollar Tree Deco Mesh Heart Wreath. Don't forget to check out Maria Cuna DIY and my top 40 wreaths from 2020. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah!